Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Joey, and welcome back for another video here on my channel. Alright, before we get started, I just want to thank all of you guys out there who have subbed to me so far. We're almost at 50 subs, and I really appreciate it. I'm so happy you guys are enjoying my content. It really means a lot to me that I'm putting out some meaningful videos that are helping you guys, and I'm definitely going to be continuing to do so. So now that we get over that, I'm just going to get into the weapon. This is the dual Ichor Incarnon Genesis. So I'm using a skin on it. It doesn't look like this, but yeah, this is the dual Ichor Incarnon Genesis. The way this works is pretty much you get to 6x and you get into the Incarnon form. When you kill enemies, it'll create a toxin damage field. The damage of this toxin damage field is affected by raw damage, aka like raw damage mods / arcanes like Arcane Fury, Prime Pressure Point. The Incarnon form of this will also increase the damage, and as well as faction damage mods will increase the damage of the toxin field. So faction damage mods will be extra important on this stat-based build. So as far as the second evolution goes, we run 30% attack speed for 33 seconds on the final hit of neutral combo. Really easy to get this up. It's free attack speed. You can have this up the whole mission. It's really nice. I would recommend using this one. Here on Evolution 3, this is preference. I go for combo duration because I don't like running Naramon all the time, and this is nice to be able to bring it in and not drop combo very quickly, so I like to use this once in a while. But if you want to min-max, you can go for reach. Totally fine. It's really up to you what you want to go for there. The final evolution, these ones are both terrible, so we go for the status chance, which just happens to be great. Puts us at just under 50% status chance, which we absolutely love to see, which makes the weapon perfect for melee influence. So I did just mention that the clouds of this do not scale from condition overload. You can go for prime pressure point if you want here. I'm just going condition overload because it just helps to get the kills in. You could totally go prime pressure point if you want. I do have Arcane Fury on to make up that value for the clouds anyway, so you'll see that the value is already made up. We just go attack speed here. You can go whatever attack speed mod you want. I have min waiting viral. The weapon has innate toxin, so you need to combine the toxin with something. So I would say go viral or gas or something along those lines where you can get the toxin out of the way, and then you can still run electric, so you can't run corrosive. So then we have flat electric, so we could proc influence. Either that, or you could always run shock trooper, because shock trooper won't combine with anything, so you can go flat toxin with shock trooper. That's another way you can do this. But then yeah, we just have weeping wounds here, prime reach, Galv elementalist. You don't need any crit. It's a full dot based build. The crit's not going to be important. I'll be showing you guys this here on these heavy gunners here. So you'll see that it doesn't do a lot at first. You get the Incarnon up, now we have the extra damage, and now you can see the clouds all spawn. So you can proc these clouds with melee influence, but melee influence cannot re-proc these clouds for you. For the clouds themselves can also not re-proc melee influence. So this is just like a really solid melee influence build you guys can use. It works really well. This is like a weapon that I used a lot when it came out. I haven't used it that much recently, but you know, it's really strong. I've been using it since Valkyr because the clouds, like I said, they scale really well with base damage. So the fact that Valkyr gets to 300% base damage is really nice for this weapon, so you can try this on Valkyr. Yeah, so this is really the basic build I just wanted to get out for you guys, the melee influence build that everyone's going to expect to see on a video like this. Now, this is like the really interesting one. Now, the first thing you might notice on this build is there's no condition overload and there's no prime pressure point. Like I said, I am running Arcane Fury to make up for that, but there's too much for me to fit on this build, in my opinion, of importance for me to be able to slot that in. So pretty much what we have here is we have Blood Rush, Prime Fury. You know, like I said, you can run whatever attack speed mod you want here. We run Cold here along with Toxin so we can get Viral. So we're running a Viral Heat setup on this. And we have Prime Reach for extra range. We run Bane, and then we have Magnetic Rush, so we have extra attack speed plus a 60% magnetic. We can proc magnetic for this. This arcane is if you kill an enemy affected by magnetic, there's a 45% chance that it'll pull all enemies within 18 meters in, which is really nice. So I'm going to be kind of showing you guys this. This is really interesting. This is one, like I said, I would maybe use on Valkyr too, because once you pull in the enemies, they're all going to group on top of the clouds, so you want to get a ton of base damage so they can just tick. I tried a few different combos. I tried Blast, I tried Flat Corrosive, I tried with just Viral, I tried Flat Toxin. It definitely seems like you want to go dot based for a build like this, because you want the toxin clouds to just tick the dots and then continuously deal damage to them. And then they'll re-proc it since we're hitting them, and they'll pull more enemies in, so it'll just end up turning into like a continuous chain, which is really nice. So I found this to be quite a unique way to set the weapon up, you know, with the way the Incarnon adapter works. I think it's really cool. So if you guys are interested in this one, you can definitely give it a try. Now I have one more build for you guys. This one is legit just the flat corrosive build. I am going prime pressure point. You can go corrosive condition overload if you so want to. I'm doing this just to scale the clouds. We have our Bane mod. We have status damage, prime reach. We run flat toxin on this because we have melee exposure, so we're just going to use the primed elemental mod, and then we're going to save some space. We run weeping, blood rush, and then Gal Steel for the 110% crit and the 120% critical damage when we're at full combo, which is going to be really nice. And then, like I said, we have melee exposure here, so we can get 240% corrosive, and this is going to benefit that as well. So it's going to be really, really nice. And I'll show you guys here. This one's just like really the raw damage build. Like if you're just looking to do raw damage with this weapon, or I don't even know why I pressed 1, but yeah, if you're just looking to do raw damage with this weapon, pretty much this is the kind of build you're looking at here. You're just looking at swinging around. You know, melee influence builds are always going to be the best for status weapons like this, but I wanted to put another build in here for you guys to see. I'm at 12x combo. I'm not getting red crits, but I'm getting solid enough crits. You could always run this with something like Wrathful. And it's really, really strong. The clouds last for a decent amount of time. They'll do excess damage. And yeah, so if you guys haven't tried out this Incarnon yet, I know I've seen a lot of people like saying I didn't know this Incarnon was actually really good, even though with the amount of coverage I see it get online, I don't really know how people can't know how good it is, unless you're a new player, of course. But yeah, so those are the 3 builds. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment, leave a like, please subscribe, and thank you guys for watching once again.